at the first look at what might possibly be the UCS Dev Star. I'm still wondering if this is just a ploy from Lego to try and get the SS Enterprise to have a few more people interested in it. But the stream itself from Lego doesn't start for 15 minutes. So in that 15 minutes that I will be using to finish setting up the stream, let's double check we've got audio and everything ready before they go live. I also want to talk a little bit about the new 8080 because recently Lego have announced their 8080, which is made of gingerbread and does look cool. I have to say, it does look cool. Hello there, Archer. Hello there, Scrap Squadron. Making use of those stickers. Yes, I also said that I was going to make a few more of those. Must remember that. And I do want to say, Archer, your Stormbreaker looks so good. So I will be building that for Jane. I think we were given for my Avengers display, which there will be a video coming out. But I've got a few projects that I'm working on beforehand. So I wouldn't be surprised if that takes just a little longer than a couple of days. It should be out by like next week. But I'm also working on Cap Shield for that. Say hello there. Yes, I can see you on the upgraded chat. Hello there. Welcome to the stream. So in 14 minutes now, we are going to be watching Lego stream where they announce a big Star Wars set. Do we think anything else is going to be announced? Do we think they're going to have a little look ahead at some of next year's sets? Maybe something coming out in January, because we have been seeing a lot of rumors and leaks of things that are apparently, these are all leaks, so everything is alleged of course, but allegedly set in stone. So they have the sets there. They can announce a few January sets. Why wouldn't they? I get we're only in September, October, November. That's like 4 months away, just under 4 months away. But if they've got them, if they're ready, why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they announce it? I think that could go quite well. It's down to Lego, really. You think they would reveal 2 January sets and the new yearly polybag? There you go. The polybag's always a good one because it gets everyone thinking on what we could be getting next year as UCS sets, and we've already spoken about so much of it. I would love to get the X-Wing and TIE sets, the TIE Advance and the Red 5 X-Wing, because I'm interested in how Lego are going to market those. Those are a bit pricey sets, if you can remember the leaked prices that we had a little look at. And they come with a special brick, so I'm going to be picking it up at some point just for that special brick alone. But is the special brick going to be worth that extra little price they're going to slap on it? And this is the perfect time where they can actually show the sounds that they make and show what makes them special, I guess, is what I'm really interested in. The smart bricks. Show off the smart bricks on a stream. All right, let's get it up. There's the stream. I will be moving over so I'm not in the way of it. There we are. I'm patching through the audio, but yes, the 2 January sets, the polybag as well. I think they could even do something like maybe not the battle pack. I want them to do the battle pack, but I think that's best waiting around for the announcement on lego.com because that will get so many fans flood into the site. Whereas I don't think the TIE and the X-Wing are going to be too popular. I think they need this extra little boost. And even with the Soundwave, the giant Soundwave build that we had last time, you know what, I don't even have a light on my desk. There we go. Even with the giant Soundwave, they were plug-in Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and we don't really have anything. I guess they could plug the new UCS ATST just out of frame. I don't think there's those sort of sets that they could get from Star Wars. Let me get the ATST, bring it over. Because this is the most recent UCS set. So, for the first time in forever, I'm able to say we have the first UCS set of this year and the second UCS set of this year, whilst we're looking at the third one, I don't think I'm gonna be picking up the Death Star. I won't be picking it up. I might build it just because we've built the other two. And this was a really fun build. It's completely out of minifigure scale, so I don't tend to like those sort of builds, and has messed up my brightness. But it is a really nice set. If you're in, which is what the UCS line is technically for. It's not for people to pick up a nice minifigure scale model and have a big ship on display. It is for collectors to whack up on a shelf, dust every so often, and then not do anything else with. Hope they don't do another tie-in X-Wing, because we just got the Rebuild the Galaxy 2-in-1. So with the rumor of the 2 new sets, I will be rebuilding that, which I haven't actually built before. So I do want to part out that set. I'm not fussed with the Rebuild the Galaxy minifigures. There are a few minifigures that I would like to see. Maybe I'll do a CMF for the new season, because there's so many good ones. But I'm not fussed on the minifigures. I do want to know what the builds are like, because the X-Wing, I think, got a lot of praise for being one of the best X-Wings that LEGO have recently made. And I know there's like the UCS one that people prefer, but I want to see how that compares to the new year, because LEGO have an opportunity with the X-Wing to do something that they haven't really done before, and that is completely restyle the X-Wing, build it from the ground up. We're talking those 2 little axle rubbery elements in Technic, the twin axles. They could use that to hold R2 in. No studs for R2. We've seen a push mechanism for the wings. We've seen the wings fold. We've seen the little twirl mechanism for the wings. Give us a brand new one in the new year. Perhaps one that's even connected to the button. You press a button, the wings open, and it activates the brick. I don't think the brick's going to have any buttons, but maybe something like that. They have an opportunity to completely redesign the X-Wing. The TIE Fighter is the Vader's TIE Advance, which we haven't got for years. So that, I think, will just be another TIE Advance, just like any of the others. And hopefully both of them still have the same pin connector that the Rebuild the Galaxy sets do, because it'd be a missed opportunity if they didn't. There we go, audio's captured as well. If they didn't connect it to the previous set, we've just had the one set that the wings can swap, and it's kind of compatible with a few other ships like the Eaters and a load of the other builds out there that you just have to modify axles for pins. But it would be a missed opportunity if they don't make them compatible. I think the X-Wing's going to be the most interesting, because it probably is going to be Luke Skywalker's, and if it doesn't come with this UCS Luke Skywalker X-Wing pilot minifigure, UCS Luke, I don't think it's going to be selling half as well. Hello there, Kev. Yes, should we see if we can get the countdown up? There we go. 7 minutes to go. How did I unmute this last time? Oh, it is unmuted. Right, let's get it in full screen so we're ready to go when it's here. There we go, thank you. Yeah, I would like to see a UCS Luke. I think I could also get behind it not being a Luke. Maybe a Wedge would be the next popular. And again, I have a Wedge minifigure. I'd want it to be another X-Wing pilot, maybe even one that we haven't seen in LEGO. Do we have the Red Leader in LEGO? Could we have a Red Leader versus Vader? Because Vader does, of course, win. But I would like to see something different about it. It gives us an opportunity to get a Mon Mothma. We got Jan Dordana in the last one. We could get Mon Mothma in this one. Vader's TIE Advance is on the cheaper end. I think that's just going to come with Vader. Maybe a TIE Pilot, because I always say I don't have enough of those, even though I have like 4 of them at this point. And all right, let me get a bit of light in here. There we go. It keeps flickering in and out. I have ascended. Nice, as long as you keep this stream up, no complaints from me. It's so bright outside, and I guarantee by the end of this stream, at some point, the sun's going to disappear, and it's just going to start bucketing it down with rain, because it's been like that all morning. Bit of rain, bit of sun, on and off all the time, and it doesn't seem to make up its mind. I don't know, let me know in chat, what would you like to see from another X-Wing and TIE? I think Vader's is going to be Vader alone at best. Actually, we're sat here waiting for what's hopefully the UCS Death Star. I haven't checked this time. I haven't confirmed with Lego, because they do put the set public before the stream goes live, so they can link it and all that sort. So we spoiled ourselves for Soundwave. We're not spoiling this one. But if this is the rumored Death Star that is going to be announced in just over 5 minutes, why is the timer paused? Why is the timer paused? It's still 5 minutes. Has it crashed? What's going on? All right, let me bring this back up. Let's see if we can get the timer. Yeah, 4 minutes 52. It's going.
3:58.
3:58. What? How are you a minute? Let me refresh this. I might have just frozen this. What would you like to see from X-Wing TIE set? 3:47. Oh, we're same time now. Hope there is a new Anakin v Kenobi set. Even a promo. Yeah, a promo would look so cool. A Kenobi v Maul with a quote tile on the front. Yeah, mini diorama. I want to see more of those, like the Lars Homestead for gift with purchases, especially come May. Shame we didn't get... What was this year's? The Clone Training, which kind of links to Attack of the Clones, but I'd love to see... Where do you watch this? This is on Lego's site. This is on lego.com. I will be playing audio as well, because Lego are kind enough not to copyright any of the streams. There you go, sun's already gone. Might have to turn on the light in a second. Weekend started 2 hours early because you're done lessons. Oh, nice. So on lego.com, if you navigate to the Star Wars page, this just pops up in random sections. It usually is like top, middle, or somewhere down on the screen. If you just search Star Wars, you should be able to find it. I don't know if there's an actual link for this, because, well, the link I've got is just a bunch of letters. This is the No Disruptor teaser phase. Yeah, I think this is just a bunch of random letters here. And we're on the English one, so it seems to be US, Canada, UK, Denmark, Poland, and maybe that is it. I don't really know, but 2 minutes to go. I think for the X-Wing, having a Mon Mothma, a Luke, and R2, great set of figs. 3 figures at least for the X-Wings. And then maybe, just maybe for the TIE Advanced, having, let me sort out the light, having Darth Vader, having maybe Yularen, who would we include? Maybe Yularen and Tarkin. I want to say Krennic. Krennic's maybe too good of a minifigure to throw in there, but gonna nab this. But maybe we could get some of the exclusive minifigures from the giant set that it keeps freezing. I don't know what's up with the internet here, but maybe we can get some of the big sets. All right, there we go. 1 minute. No, that's not right. It's currently 7,000 people watching this stream. Maybe that's what's making it go a little crazy. Can I put a link in chat? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course I can. Thought about that. As long as this link isn't personal. Yeah, this is the general link. Okay. Let me get rid of any of the unnecessary stuff. Do you need any of the disruptor? Any of that? No. Oh, okay. Yeah, the link's real easy then. I'll get rid of that. There you go. Link is in the main chat if you did want to get this up on your own screen and watch along. All right, let's Get some light in here. There you go. 20 seconds to go. No, it keeps freezing. 7,000 and counting people on. And we can't get a steady connection. Hello there, Bricks. We are waiting for a very special Star Wars announcement. However, for some reason it keeps freezing.
What makes this model so unique are all the hidden details and secret features.
Right in with it. Oh wow.
This is by far the biggest and the most challenging model that I've ever worked on.
It's the biggest model.
This model is truly one of a kind. We simply wanted to just make the biggest and most impressive Lego Star Wars model ever.
And the old Death Star in the back. Bet that was one of these.
This is the model I really wanted to build.
It's no moon.
Well, the whole project here, it actually started out where we were talking about, it's on time that we're bringing back a new Death Star. And then, coincidentally, it just happened in the same time
10 years, I think, since the
creative
last one. I
design
think it was
booth.
2014.
And that's where the sketch model
the last
came out.
one
So
came
it was just
out,
perfect
and that
timing.
was the second
I'm Alex.
version.
I'm
of
a
the
concept
place.
designer at the Lego Group since 2010.
Let me know if you want it turned up a bit.
The model that I did build at the concept boost
wow.
week. A lot of the stuff I build it thinking about what I would have liked as a kid, you know. Like for me, this is very important. You know, I always think about the toys more than anything else. I always love these cross sections of like little bases, little secret areas. I could notice the excitement. You know, people passing by and saying, "Oh yeah, what is this? It will be so great." So this encouraged me to every day
a little
to
display
come
for the dioramas.
early in the morning, leaving very late at night. But it was worth it.
Also, that background.
So the very first thing we did when we approached this
when we went
project
to
was to
back.
decide the actual size of the final model. We knew we wanted to be big, and it ended up being very close to the size of the concept model. We picked up a pen and a paper and
So the concept was
draw
bigger.
schematics of the Death Star, so we can start deciding where each room was going to go. So I have actually that paper here with me, the original one. And as you can see, all the rooms are laid out.
They're selling that as a poster.
And it would make sense for us to, for example, put the trash compactor on the bottom, because in the movie it's on the lower levels, and the Emperor's throne room would be somewhere on the top.
Virus from Marvel,
I think the best part of working on a project like this is just to see how the progress from
the
very first sketch model and how the whole development phase end up in a final product. It's a big model. Actually, it's the biggest Lego Star Wars model.
I think they should have left Return of the Jedi out of it, honestly.
The footprint
made more room
of the model,
for like
because
Falcon.
of the design that is pretty narrow, means that you can actually put it on a shelf that's not too big.
We did consider the fact that the model could be hanging on the wall, but was quickly dismissed. It weighs more than 8 kilos when you're finished.
Oh, wow.
So it would be a really big challenge to hang this on the wall. Having said that,
this is
I
definitely
did try
more
to
of a
make
display piece.
the footprint
than,
as small
I guess
as
we already have a
from the
UCS
start, we have
version
to think
that is
about
the
that this
rounded
was
model.
actually one of the biggest
It's
models
like a
we've done
cheese wheel
with a
slice of the
shape
Death
we're not
Star.
actually used to.
So we look into what we need to do on a big model like that and get more people involved.
We try to influence it in a way that will
is
make it more
interesting.
enjoyable,
They didn't make
easier
it
to build for the different
very
age
cool.
groups.
They didn't
Think
try
about the
to
elements you're using.
give it that
If
3D
things can be
aspect.
built in a multitude of ways, then they can actually choose the best
pretty cool. I
angle
like
and the
the
best
lift.
way of building it.
The lift doesn't
this
look
set
like
breaks a few
it's
records.
Very
It's
nice
the
when the lift
biggest
is
Lego
moved.
Star Wars sets ever.
So you can
and
see
it's
the lift
also
moving,
the
but we
set
saw a
with
few
the
rainbow
biggest
bricks
amount
there.
of minifigures ever. It comes with 38
Oh, 38.
minifigures.
So as a graphic
Is that
designer,
real
I'm in
minifigures?
charge of all the
that
decorated
price you want it
elements
to
that
be?
go into the SKU. So that's things like
think
stickers
Marvel have
and
come
minifigures mostly.
close
And
to it,
there were
if
quite a
not
few
really.
minifigures in this one. This Death Star is kind of a mashup of the New Hope Death Star
You've
and
got
the
that
Return of the Jedi
somewhat
Death Star, so
roundedness
there are a
on
lot
the
of
front.
characters that just simply need.
But then it kind of just... Oh, I think the stream's crashed. It kind of just goes away from there. Has my stream still up and running? I think the Lego stream has crashed. Oh no. there is upwards of 10,000 plus people watching this. All right, let's reload that.
But there are also a bunch that are special characters we've never had a chance to make before, and this was the perfect time
to hop back
to
in.
do that.
But
The Imperial Dignitary is a character that is really only seen on screen for a couple seconds, maybe, but I've always been very curious about him. Matteo, the element designer on this set, made a brand new hat element for him.
I don't know why it keeps glitching.
And I really do enjoy the kind of pop of color that he lends to the character lineup.
It.
Another one of my new favorite characters is Galen Urso. I have been trying to find an excuse to put him in a set for a very, very long time. He's such a cool character.
No.
And finally, we had the perfect chance with the Death Star, seeing as he was
Galen
such a
Urso
critical
fits
part
in
of
so
getting the
many
Death Star
Star
created,
Wars sets.
and I guess technically
That's a load of
also
rubbish.
destroyed.
Yes, the Galen Urso
make him mock up to
because it's
Galen
not
Urso polybags and that for so long.
Movies with a classic Death Star. That's why we've decided that he's being displayed outside of the Death Star. But again, he just needs to be there, and then also he's a Danish actor, you know.
Yeah, that
so we thought that was quite fun.
My absolute favorite character in the set is one that we're actually not going to talk about in this video, but you will know it when you see it.
What I really like about the new Death Star is also the way it's
one they're not going to talk
built,
about in
it's
this
built
video.
in sections.
Oh, it's
almost
probably
like the
from the Geek with Purchase,
but it's built in sections. It also means that you're building one compartment or room at a time, so it's making it a more manageable build.
The build flow is very, very important because fans have to be able to be engaged throughout the whole process.
So if it's
and
modular,
because you have so many different rooms here, you have all the rooms that you see in
I don't think the stream is following through. It is just a video, so I guess we can watch this.
It's always important to keep the
time.
building experience and the building steps clear so that everyone can understand.
So hopefully those of you that are following along with the stream are able to do so. I'm going to have to watch this video when they upload it to the YouTube account. But here it is, the Death Star. I don't think there's too much they were talking about, a bit of the design process. Yeah, maybe Lego, because we're currently sat at, look at that, 11,000. I don't think there's been that many for any of the other live reveals. Maybe they're just not able to cope with so many people on there. Hopefully me leaving gives a spot to someone else, and like I say, you can watch if you are interested. Hello there, Moonshoes. Don't know much about Star Wars, but this seems interesting. It does, especially the way they explain it, because we do have a bit of that roundedness at the front, which I would like to have seen, if not for the exterior. It's going against a wall. A big grey wall does not make this set any worse. Not in my eyes. It's going to be displayed this way forward. If you don't want to display the little scenes, I do recommend going back and picking up the old UCS set, the old one that was a bit more 3D, and it's got so many different little scenes. A lot of these have been dioramas recently. So we've got Vader's meditation just under the arrow down here. That's a diorama, throne room diorama. We got the little prison scene, which seems, oh no, hold on, this is the prison scene, which also has its own playset. We've got the trash compactor playset. We've got this doorway, has been in with the gunner. We don't see any turrets on the back here. We also have this scene in the middle, has been its own playset. So like, this is just a combination of different sets all into one. Is there a hot tub reference? I think that's what's in here. I think right in the heart they've hidden the hot tub trooper. We'll have to have a look, see if we can find if it is anywhere. This is we get a little bit of the back, which is just the dark, shadowy grey wall that goes onto the back of the wall. And the dish doesn't stick too closely to that. But look at all these minifigures. This is a crazy amount of minifigures, and I think there might be a few, like I say, I'm not a big fan of the Return of the Jedi scenes in here. It's my favourite original trilogy movie. I don't think they've done them wrong or done them a disservice or anything, but the Lambda Shuttle and the throne room, it's recently been a diorama. Maybe have one section that pulls out that could be replaced with a part of the diorama. Now that I could get behind, but really need the Falcon there, or a TIE Fighter. I think a TIE Fighter works in this, and if the new TIE Advance and X-Wing rumoured for January, if they fit, I think that could be pretty cool as well. Getting the new sets on the UCS display, because Vader's TIE Advance will definitely fit here. So that'd be a nice piece of the puzzle to get down the line. But we got the lift that goes the whole way through. This door is pushed to the side on the box, so the lift does line up. And you can move it up and down with a little bit at the top. What do I think? Oh, the gift with purchase. I'll have a little look at that in just a second. We haven't seen. Have we seen anything of the gift with purchase? There is a link, right? Lego Insiders, get early access. There's the gift with purchase. Yeah, we'll take a little look at that in a second. TIE Fighter's actually a bit smaller than I thought it would be. But that's a nice gift with purchase. It feels like a little playset. Is that a nice gift with purchase, or would it have made a better set? Anyway, we'll get into that in a little second. Like the hot tub gift with purchase. Is there a hot tub gift with purchase? I think the gift with purchase is the TIE Fighter here, but going back to the minifigures, because we do have the hot tub trooper here with the red shorts and the Imperial logo, which is the only minifigure in this UCS with dual molded legs. It's a UCS set and 1 out of 38. That's not a great percentage. That's not a lot, especially when you got so many Imperials. Thanks for hanging bricks. May the bricks be with you. Yeah, why? I think it's only the middle because that's the piece they wanted to display. Like I say, they've already made a UCS Death Star set that is well rounded, comes with a ton of panels, and is fairly cheap to part out. A lot of the grey panels have since been made for basically any Star Wars set, so it's fairly cheap for them to do that, and it would still be very expensive. It's not going to get any cheaper because of Bricklink Brickhouse selling the parts. So I like the fact they've gone with a display and populated it with minifigures. They know what makes UCS sets popular. It's the Yularen, it's the 3PO, which was only exclusive for a temporary time. Luke Skywalker's still exclusive. I'm expecting either the arms or the legs to be in the new playset. But with a UCS set still coming with Imperials without boots, I do wonder if Star Wars is just always going to have minifigures that are behind everyone else. So many other themes do have minifigures that are using these CMF parts in common sets, no matter how cheap. In the stream at the start, when you started typing your comment about the Falcon, we got before the invisible hand. Oh, the MIDI scale Falcon. You think that fits inside the Death Star? That would be awesome. That would be cool. You like the hot tub trooper? Oh, the figure, not the gift with purchase. Yes, the gift with purchase looks like a 4+ set. I kind of agree in the sense of big parts used, which is smart. Smart from Lego because it means we get bigger ships. I'm all in for that. Favorite minifigure from this set? Ooh, Galen Erso, I feel like is almost a given. But I'm not sure if I like that shade of green for Galen Erso. You know, I'm going to have to see it in person. I don't know if they will advertise the minifigures in store alongside the builds. Definitely not any of these Imperials. Hot Tub Trooper's really nice. But it does stand out a bit with those dual molded legs. It does stand out from the rest of the figures. I'm going to say my favourite minifigure, my favourite part is Luke's legs. 100% my favourite part is Luke's legs. Goes all the way back to the classic Luke legs. I remember getting these in one of my first Star Wars sets, and I'm happy they've gone back to it. Still want them dual molded. Dark tan bottom, light tan tops, but it's a niche, you know, when you've got tan legs, having different shades isn't as much of a priority for them. You know what? I think I'd have to say Galen. It's going to be one of these Imperials. One of these 5 for sure. Yularen we've seen before. Krennic we've seen before. Maybe it is Yularen. But close second is the Hot Tub Trooper. Would have preferred olive green. I think olive green might look better. So I'm gonna have to see how many olive green parts I have in my inventory, see if I can mock out a custom one. All the other minifigures from this are expected. I don't think there's any surprises included on here, I guess, other than maybe like the Emperor and one of the advisors. I think we see a total of 5 different advisors in Return of the Jedi, and they do have a few minutes of screen time. A lot of people don't realize they come off the shuttle with the Emperor. They're then seen in the next scene with the Emperor. When Luke and Vader arrive, the advisors are walking away. They're in the background of quite a few scenes, so they have at least a minute screen time over the whole movie. And the fact we've never gotten before from Lego is a surprise to be sure, but it's welcome in this UCS set. So I'll have to mock out a few more to go alongside this one. A lot of common minifigures. No upgrade to the Royal Guards. I think that's fair. Maybe Mando capes, but that's about all you can do to any minifigure with a cape. Maybe add a Mando cape, especially Vader. Really liking this Ben Kenobi. I do like it more than the brown robe that we've got. Oh, and the RA-7 droid, the Death Star protocol droid. That's going to be a nice one. Though, again, minifigure we've seen a few different molds for over the years. I think this shuttle's pretty nice. It's, what, 4 wide in the cockpits. You could probably get one of the pilots. Or, if you want to go Return of the Jedi, get like Han in the cockpit. Maybe get Luke. Am I buying this day one or near retirement? I don't think I'm buying this day one. Near retirement is a good shout. Especially, this is 1,000... How much is that in pounds? How much have they... £899.99. That's put a smile on my face. £900 for 1,000. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, but I can accept that, given that the $1,000 price is also probably going to go up to like 1,100. Should we have a little look at that? Just in case. All you got to do is change the GB in the URL to US, and you can see $1,000. Okay, so it's pretty expensive here in the UK. I don't want to know what Germany's paying for it, because they seem to be near the worst ends in terms of if you include for translating the currencies. And this does come out the 1st of October if you sign up to Insiders. I think anyone picking this up would be signing up to 7,200 Lego Insiders points. That's £9 back. Not a lot for a £900 set, but you catch that on, you know, quadruple points and you're already sending, like May 4th. May 4th, that's £36 back. Did it with my hands, there you go. £36 back at full price, which isn't too bad, is it? That's going to pay for like half of Vader's tie, which again, I hope I can fit inside the cockpit. I might have to, because I own most of the figures already. That's one thing that doesn't interest me as much with new sets. If I already own the minifigures, I'd rather save up for, where'd the figures go? There. Save up for one of the new Mando sets, especially if we're getting a new AT-AT next year. Saving up for the new Mando sets. And Farm Boy Luke, check. Yep. Han I've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now who don't I have? Tarkin. I have a custom Tarkin, 11, 12, 13. Basically none of these guys. I do have that droid that I used a custom of Forlom and TC13. So that's 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 out of 38 minifigures I already own. Oh, the new Gingerbread AT-AT. Now there's a set I might be picking up day one. So 31 out of 38. There's a few Imperials that are... I probably would do with boots, so I might make customs of those. A custom conference room I was hoping to have done by the time this got announced, because I would have liked to have seen that as a diorama, as an excuse for them to just give us a bunch of minifigures. So maybe that will be how I get these. The droid looks nice. I've actually just made this body. For... Why do I have a red astromech? Oh, Anakin's from 2003, Tartakovsky Clone Wars. So that headpiece for that droid is going to be a pain to get. But then we've got the Rogue One as well. So really it's the Hot Tub Trooper. Can we get a Hot Tub Trooper microfighter? Maybe what Lego can do, we'll take a look at the actual set as well in a second. There's a load of close-ups that I want to get to. Maybe what Lego can do is give us this TIE fighter just with the Hot Tub Trooper in the new year. Just those. Let's get, oh, I have to sign up with Inside. Oh, but I am signed up with Insiders on the other tab. Let me see if I can. What I should have done. Oh, is that just to become a member? Oh, my bad. So we get a mechanism here. All right. Is this a mechanism to affix it to the top of the display? Can we get this with? Oh, that's what this space is for. We can actually affix the gift with purchase TIE fighter into the landing bay, the loading bay next to the Tidarium. I like that. That's good. Hot Tub Trooper Battle Pack, 4 different color shorts to the red shorts stay exclusive. Now you're talking, Archer. I wouldn't mind that. I'd also wouldn't mind getting some shorts in the color of the original one and some of the swimsuits, the red and blue stripy swimsuits from the original games. Maybe 2 of each, and that way the Skywalker Saga Hot Tub Trooper stays exclusive to this. I think that'd just be a fun set all in all down the line. When do I think they're going to be making a tutorial for making custom Lego style minifigures and stickers? Oh, when do I think I am going to be making? There you go. I've already done a few Lego style sticker, not tutorials, but already done a few little behind the scenes for members. Both member tiers. You don't have to be at the higher member tier to check those out. And I need to do a video on Lego style because a few Christmases ago I did that for some of my family, and towards Christmas I might do it again for a few family members. So keep an eye out because that's a great thing to do for family members at Christmas and just as a nice little keepsake, even if they're not interested in Lego. So keep an eye out for that. Perfect battle pack for using the Rebuild the Galaxy IP. Yes, Hot Tub Trooper battle pack. I can't think of a better use of that. That is a great idea. So let's have a little look at the gift with purchase. Jump over to here because there was an image of the UCS TIE Pilot minifigure that had come from the UCS TIE Interceptor, I believe it was. And people were sharing that as a minifigure that come from this set. Turns out it's just a regular TIE Pilot, which perhaps has let down a few people. However, I think for a gift with purchase, having an exclusive isn't really the point. This is a bonus for people that want to pick it up day one. And I'm happy Lego don't release exclusives in this. Otherwise, you get a load of people picking it up that don't want to, leaving a sour taste in your mouth, that sort of thing. And the 2 troopers are a nice addition, especially with this little sidecar. We've gotten so many of them over the years, especially with X-Wings for the Rebel base, where we first see them on screen in A New Hope. But I don't think we usually for Imperials we get a ladder, because how else are they going to get into the TIE? Now we get the little pathway that goes around on top. It's quite a nice thing to get with an Imperial TIE fighter. That's weird to say. But the wings are built using 6 pieces, fairly easy to replicate as well. I just wonder how they've got this middle. Are they using my favorite piece there, that 2-plate tall snot brick with a 1x1 pin? Maybe they are. And then the frying pan stud with a Technic pin. This is built really well. Don't think the cockpit's new. That's the old Eater piece and the new Eater piece actually, because since making Anakin's Eater, Lego have swapped from trans brown to trans black. So seems to be the exact same piece down to every little detail, which works for the cockpit of a TIE, especially in this scale. It's a nice scale to have, play scale. Don't see this releasing as a set, but if it did, I'd hope it would be like a battle pack price, you know. This would be the perfect battle pack. It's a shame that some of these are releasing as gift with purchases, because I think this is a set that I could pick up. Ooh, I'd probably pick up 2 or 3 of. I wouldn't go too crazy, but you're getting 2 troopers and also that TIE pilot with a TIE that it doesn't matter how big this TIE is. You could display 3, 4, 5 of these, maybe just 2 of these with new Vader advanced TIE fighter, and this is going to look really good, especially if you've got some mini X-Wings to put with a new X-Wing. This is quite nice as a gift with purchase because it's got that feature that connects to the main ship. The interior don't look half bad. Not as big as I'd like, but probably as big as Lego could make it without sacrificing the integrity of the model. And there we go. There it is attached quite forward. Maybe you can fit 2 of these in the UCS Death Star. So if you want to pick up 2 Death Stars and try and, you know, sandwich them, feel free to try and whack this in one. Hello there, Atomic. Just got the full Spider-Verse CMF and Balrog Book Nook. Oh, I love the way that the Lego bricks represent the fire on that Book Nook. That's probably my favorite out of all the Book Nooks. Yeah, at least at this minute. What's my favorite bug in the way of insects? Yours is the Pulsilus versicolor and the Carabus violaceus. I'm not going to go for that last word. That is a long one. My favorite bug. Good question. I quite like a beetle. I quite like a typical beetle. Butterflies are up there though. Butterflies are very beautiful. We've also got, trying to think, I do quite like a sci-fi spider. I quite like a like the Mandalorian spider. Some sci-fi insects, I think in general, really interest me. Yeah, I wouldn't know any Latin names for any bugs. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that I get images up. Personally, wouldn't buy this if the gift with purchase was a retail set. Yeah, I feel like this is nice. Collectors tend to buy it. Let's face it, if you have £900 to splash at this day 1 or the first couple of days for the gift with purchase, it's probably aimed at someone that is picking up 1 of every set, that wants 1 of maybe not everything, maybe not, you know, 4+ sets, maybe not all of the, I don't know, maybe not even all of the display sets, but all of the minifigure based sets, picking up 1 of everything to get a bonus set is really nice. I really liked the May gift with purchase with the clones, the Camino training facility, picking that up with an expensive set. It felt really nice, like you were just getting a free set as opposed to a minifigure or a little like magazine build or a poly bag. So does this tempt me to pick up the UCS set? Yes. Will it be changing my mind? I don't know, £900 is a long way to go, but it gets me a foot in the door and 2 extra troopers to fit on the landing bay with, I guess, a TIE pilot next to him as well. So I'm really liking how Lego have done this. There's the back of the box. You see it just slots in the top and the cockpit just pops off, which saves having the hinge on the outside. I think Lego, oh, yes, the stream has already come and gone. The stream actually has just ended. It was a 27-minute, well, it wasn't 27, was it? It was about a 15, 12-minute video that they played, but it kept freezing, and I guess we could skip through the rest of this, see what we missed. But yeah, we did end up clicking off to have a little look at the set. Those Imperial posters were nice. We haven't actually, oh, what was that? We haven't actually looked through some of the close-up images of this set. So we get some arrows on the landing bay. These are all stickers, as they said. A lot of stickers in this set, especially on the lifts. If that is hair molded into that helmet, that's a nice addition. Similar to the hairpiece we got for Dedra Miro. In fact, I think that's blonde hair as well. Do I have the Coruscant Guard Republic gunship? Because Fox has a whiter torso. Yes, Lego have been trying to improve their white. I think Dedra Miro, look at that. Ignore the faux door molded legs. Dedra Miro does have a nice a nice white on the legs. They've improved it since Fox, but Fox isn't the best minifigure. There should not be any stickers in this set. That's ridiculous. I think the fact that they are stickers is nice because prints are going to cost a lot more. So I don't want to say they're keeping the price down. It is already an expensive set. But also, if someone buys this for the minifigures, which people do for UCS sets, I hope that Slave one stays forever on my display. But every other set I've built has been parted out at some point. Maybe not R2 yet, or Rex. But they're definitely going on the way too. So some people will have this displayed for a year, want to rebuild something, and printed parts make it harder to do. No problem, Atomic. Welcome back. Nice to have you. It is 1,000. It is 1,000. So the question is, are people going to be breaking this down? Do you think someone pays $1,000 or £900, which is still a lot of money, for a set to be broken down just for a few minifigures? I do think Lego has the beauty of being able to, you know, switch it up. Maybe you'd want the arrows to be printed. They can be used elsewhere. I think the lifts are fair that they're not printed because I have built some more minifigure scale lifts that require the sticker to be placed over 2 elements. So I'm happy that the stickers aren't printed. And we saw that again in a recent set. What were we looking at? I wanted it to be stickers. Oh, the Game Boy. The Game Boy should have been stickers because they're stickers in real life. I think that one makes sense. These are probably printed on the floor of the Death Star. They can't do with stickers. They'd have to replace them every couple of years. Yeah, the stickers are definitely going to be a drawback to a few people, but I don't think there's many stickers in. They said there was many stickers, and we've got stickers on the lift. The lights should be printed. The lights, and I know they're not. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up. Nice angle here. Well, nice cropped angle because we do have just a grey wall to the left. But this is a nice photo here. New Kenobi head. What? No, is that, where did I put my Kenobi? Is that a new Kenobi head? Well, that's the old one. Where did Kenobi go? I'm going to have to check this. Oh, wow, that's how old this Kenobi minifigure is. I don't have a back of the head to that. Oh, let's have a look. Do we not have dual-sided Kenobi? Does anyone have a dual-sided Kenobi face? Because mine are all... This is what the gingerbread Vader's going to look like. It just has a... I think that's a medium nougat head underneath of the gingerbread Vader. No face print on that, which... I mean, given the Clone Wars faces we got back in the day, would have been nice. So it would have been nice. So nice to get a custom gingerbread Vader face, or like an Anakin Skywalker Vader face. Let's have. There shouldn't be any. When is the giveaway winner announced? When's the giveaway winner announced for the Death Star? Oh. If there is a giveaway for it, probably just before the set goes live. The Arc 170 has a new production change. Yes, the wings are now clear. And the torso of Fox is now printed whiter. Oh, I did not notice that. So if you have those, you can contact LEGO customer services. Oh, I have to have a little look at that. Probably in the Mos Eisley Cantina, all right. It might just be the Kenobi I have. Let's see, this is the other new one. No, I have the Mos Eisley Cantina, but I've also used a load of Kenobi faces on custom minifigures. I think I nabbed one for the guy from the X-Wing that we just talked about. Not Mon Mothma, the other one. The other rebel leader. And I think I used one for him. So I'll have to have a look. See it. Oh, there. There you see if we can find a Kenobi with a dual-sided face. But either way, Dodana, that's the minifigure. No, all of these have plain black faces. Plain backed faces. None of them have the second print. So this is a new print for Kenobi. Also, and I think not many of them have come with legs. I don't know if I've ever had printed legs on a Kenobi. Mos Eisley came with plain, I want to say. So it's nice to be getting some upgraded minifigures. There is a Death Star giveaway, the Master Builders series version. Ooh. Red Leader's who I want to get in the new X-Wing rather than Luke. I think that'd be a good shout. Good point, Archer. If you're buying this, you're probably not using the parts for other things. Stuff like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, how his tape is stickers. Understand that, because you might want to change the colour. Oh, yeah. Yeah, good point. I think a lot of people will be keeping this. And over time, the stickers will wear down more than prints. I can see your point, just based on that. Over time, the stickers are going to wear down. And £1,000 is a lot of money to spend. I think, no, they're all stickers. You can tell when a sticker is a sticker as opposed to the print, because it will have a bit of an outline to the edge of it, whereas prints tend to be as close to the edge as they can get. Yeah, this is not nice. This is an ugly sticker room here. So many stickers used. The chairs are nice. The chairs are nice. Wouldn't mind a desk chair that was that comfy. But that is already here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 stickers in one room. Yeah, you should get 2 of each stickers for longevity. You should get double of each sticker. Have I played any Zelda game? I haven't played Zelda, no. You should get double the stickers, but I'm not sure Lego would give that many. Recently got the Galaxy's Edge cookbook. Oh, nice. Any good recipes from there? Because I've been interested in that with some of the Star Wars ones. No problem, Atomic. This is a nasty sticker room. Not a fan of this. I think, yeah, either give 2 of each sticker for longevity. I'll get that word soon enough. Or, better yet, some of these panels could have been printed and repeated. It looks like they repeated the stickers a lot. Nope. Okay, there's the Death Star plans on that one. Can't be the Death Star plans. They didn't have their own plans. Might be some different schematic of the Death Star running. Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind as much, especially if panel 1, 2, 4, and 6 were the same. I think that will be all right. It's more utopian than dystopian, but it works for some things. It does work. All these bricks are on the side. I wonder how. Hey, we actually got the Dianoga using Sauron's eye / the eye they give dreams villains. We actually got the Dianoga in this diorama, this small diorama-esque part of the Master Builders. This is quite good because we didn't get it in the diorama that we got not too long ago. Leia, does Leia have the hood on the back? All right, that doesn't seem to be an update. Actually, the hood goes further lower. The hood goes further down. There you go. It's going further down the back. So all of these minifigures seem to have updated prints where they can. Chewie, still no arm printing. I can't believe it. This is the set that they could have given Chewie arm printing for and just kept going from here. At least Vader's kept the arm printing in this set. That's quite nice, actually, the way they've designed this. Not sure how I feel about the nougat floor. I do feel like it needs to be a bit brighter and a bit redder. That's why Leia has legs and not a dress piece. That's a good point. Also, legs not a dress piece. Whereas the Leia that came in the X-Wing does have a dress piece printed front and back. So they have switched up the minifigure. Although, could that... No, the Yavin set came with a Celebration one. That does seem to be the exact same hat as Dedra Miro has. So I guess none of those parts for this Imperial is exclusive. The torso and legs, I assume, are unchanged as well from the last one. The same with the Stormtroopers. I assume the Stormtroopers are unchanged because Imperials do need to fit in. I don't see Lego switching this up ever. They will do in a few years just to get us to buy a few sets, but I think Lego will keep this same head. Oh wow. There's wrinkles missing. Dedra does have wrinkles that might not be showing up on this camera. Let's see if we can get a closer look. There you go. Dedra does have some wrinkles on her head that aren't showing up, and at least the illusion of boots. This character's missing boots completely. Maybe this is... No, Dedra doesn't make it this far. Maybe this is a what if for Dedra. This could have been where Dedra ended up. Right, that's a lot of minifigures, 38. But again, I have 31 of the 38. So £900 for 7 minifigures for me isn't worth it, because I would be breaking down this build. I don't think I'd be displaying this for too long. It takes up a lot of shelf space in width and height, and then doesn't as much in the depth. Yes, it is the same hat and hair as Dedra Miro, the exact same color pattern, everything with the hair. So that's cool to see. And we do get a few accessories. Palpatine with a lightning, must have. Maybe this could have also been where we got a second Vader for the end of Return of the Jedi. Maybe Vader does have Sebastian Shaw's head underneath. We don't have any... Let me double check if we've got any part lists up, but we don't seem to have any. What's the number of it? 75419. Don't seem to have any indication. No parts lists up at the minute for it, but maybe when we get some LAN reviews, I'm sure there's a lot of LAN members excited to be trying to grab this set. We will see a few sneak peeks as to what's underneath. Still more images we haven't seen. We haven't seen any of these. Where do we get to? With the figures, load of blasters like the Imperial card weapons. Classic. Just can't beat them. And then we don't have any weapons for the advisor. Hopefully that droid has back printing. R2 I would assume has back printing, but then again 3PO doesn't have the dual molded leg. Oh, that is... The world premiere is... Oh yeah, the world premiere went live at past. Finished ages ago. Feels like ages ago. Does R2 have back printing? We'll keep an eye out for that. Same with the other droid. And it does look very modular. You build a section. It's a UCS. Is it UCS or Master Builders? It's... Did it say it on the box? Did I just miss it? Ultimate Collector Series. So it's UCS. And go back to 16. You can see by the way it's built that it's UCS. Master Builders is probably a little bit the same. I feel like Master Builders is more of building outwards. So you're working on the same scene, the cantina, and then you build around the cantina and then add a few bits. The Cloud City diorama, haven't built that yet, but that Master Builders set, not a diorama, massive diorama, I assume you probably build section to section around the dish. This is build a little room, add that on top. Build a little room, add that on top. Almost like they're their own separate bricks. Crazy the fact 3PO doesn't have that dual molded leg though. That is crazy for the price of the set. The alternate build for the Death Star set's gonna go crazy. Yeah, I'm sure there will be people making alternate builds of this. I'd love to see a version of this that does include like a dome around the back. Some modified build. Personally, you'd been fine with a set with stickers if the Imperial officers had boots. Yeah! And the arm prints. Arm prints and boots. Arm prints for Chewie. You might remember my arm prints from... Oh, this was the Juggernaut. The arm prints from the Juggernaut. I have added them to my Wookiees. I think Chewie needs arm printing. I do think Chewie needs arm printing. I made a few months ago a short on how to make custom Republic Commandos. Ooh. I especially would be interested in a Delta Squad battle pack. That would be nice. But the boots for Imperials are something so easy for Lego to do. Just print them onto legs with boots. And so many characters need boots. I've just finished up on my Empire Strikes Back, my first run of custom minifigures. And of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them have boots. 7 out of 12 minifigures have boots. So stay tuned for that video, by the way. I was going to record that earlier. I will probably do that later on today. So that'll go out when that's ready. Looking over at Mos Eisley as well. So many of these characters. I'm pretty sure these... I did pick up the Master Builders Mos Eisley. It was the first Master Builders set that I got. And same with the Slave one being the first UCS set. Both top tier sets. But this guy could have had boots. All the other Cantina peeps could have had boots because they wear boots. But Lego don't give us enough boots, which is, yeah, as someone looking in, it is a bit odd that Star Wars doesn't get as many boots as they should have. I think it's just because everyone in Star Wars has boots, so it's a bit intimidating, I think. For Lego that haven't given boots for so long, it is a bit intimidating, and like I say, they want all their figures to stand in. So if some of the Imperial crew can't have boots because they haven't had boots, should anyone else have boots? I think yes. I think you got to make the change, otherwise they're going to be caught back. Do I have a stacked Lego Star Wars collection? Some may say. Some may say. No problem. Thanks for hanging. May the bricks be with you, Atomic. Alt build for the Death Star is order on. Open every bag, pour them out onto your table. Done. There you go. So now there's an opportunity to pick up 2 of these sets. For only an extra £1,000, you can have order on and a duplicate of every minifigure. Got to make some money back. I had a little look at Mos Eisley. A lot of the figures were selling for £20 to £100 when that set came out. I think some of these minifigures are going to crack £100. I think day one, like Galen Erso, definitely a minifigure that people would be paying silly money for. £200 maybe for Galen Erso. Someone's going to pay it. All it takes is someone that wants him enough. Have I seen your new ATRT? Not yet, Mr. Vader, but I will check it out after the stream. Dual molded legs are literally in the Builder Minis. Yep, Builder Minis, and they're online. The light grey ones are online for like £1, just over $1. I think it's £1.08, just over £1. So if you want a load of them, you only have to order 10, maybe 15, 10 to 15 of them, and they will go for free delivery. They won't tax you on your online pick-a-brick order. So next time you're ordering off lego.com, if you hit the minimum spend and get free delivery, add a few legs on. Might as well. I've got so many Rebel Troopers that could do with dual molded legs. It's actually, it is getting bad. It's one of those situations where you gotta laugh, otherwise we just question it too much. Oh, thanks. Yes, any builds you've got, any idea sets that you've submitted over to Ideas, even if it's not for the 10K, even if it's just for an activity or something, and you want us to check out, whack it over on the community and we'll check those out. I'm still looking into doing a community stream actually. If enough people submit builds, mocks, custom minifigures, cool ideas, it doesn't have to be something that you've built from the ground up. Maybe it's like a computer design, or maybe you've seen something that's inspired you. Head over to a mobile device, and on my channel there'll be a visit community. You can also do it through the subscriptions page, visit the community. I just don't really know how that works, so head over to my account on a mobile device. Can't be on a computer, has to be a mobile device for some reason, and that's where you can upload images, which so far you have not disappointed with your mocks and custom minifigures. All been very nice. As I was saying, if enough people do get posting over there, I will be doing a stream checking them all out live. And until then, I'm still going to be scrolling through, don't worry. We've got a few ideas like Stormbreaker and Loki's staff for the Avengers brick built weapons that did come off the community. So thank you to everyone posting so far. And let's check out these last few images. That is a pen and I don't know what that is on the side of it. It's definitely a pen. Is that a notebook of so? I can't say I've seen a notebook like that, but I can't say I haven't. I wouldn't remember. A nice little shelf. Maybe that's where the hot tub trooper is. Chilling down here. Or where you can store this crate and the gift with purchase. The little speeder down there. Definitely backlit here with a nice blue light. I don't think that's sold with it. Unless, no, they're not blue pieces. They're grey pieces that have been backlit. I really like the design of this. I think it might be different to the diorama. So I'm going to have to check out how those middle panels are built. It seems easy, but effective. Conference room, not too shabby there. Kind of gets the idea across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chairs. 8 chairs out of, I think there's only like 12 chairs in the scene. You can scoot them up and get a few more chairs. But how those chairs are built, oh, they're on spinny tables. The reflection of the stud plus the grey bit in the middle really threw me. But it's just a chair on 4 studs. Nothing too great from that. And the quiver. Yes, the quiver that comes. Look forward to seeing all the new posts on the community then. There's another angle of it with Director Krennic and Galen Erso, who didn't make it to the Death Star, but we do have a panel in the middle. Hopefully we get a close-up of that, though with 1 image left, I don't think we will be. So this is the sort of display that it will be a part of. I'm not sure this will look as good in with a lot of other sets. That might cramp it up a bit too much, but this looks great on a table, on a stack of drawers or something. Especially if this is the centerpiece of a room. If you've got this, like not next to the TV, this is on the opposite wall to the TV, maybe on a fireplace or filling up a bit of space that you've got in a windowsill. Maybe you've blocked up a windowsill. That'll look quite nice on that. No look at that extra little side build for the other characters, so I assume it's just a stickered panel. Nothing too good from that. Just posted your custom lemon from Cars 2. Nice. And here's a look at many of the scenes we've seen before, even in Lego form. A lot of them we haven't. There is a blaster. Where was this? What? Where? Is that what that is up there? Because they are on the outside of the Death Star. Yeah, we don't get a close look aside from the box. That's the elevator though, with the sliding door. Great feature, they include that on every run. All right, no look at them. Oh, it's on the other side of that. I think that's what this is up here. I wonder if we saw a better look in person. Did we get to see a close-up? No. I just want to... Oh. We saw something there. This definitely looks, the background of this, like the display they had in Fan Strikes Back, which was a fan expedition that we went to. Here it is. There's the 360 we want. No! It faded away before we got to the good part. Okay, well, I guess they're not going to show us the turret outside of the back of the box. Let's go all the way back to the back. There we go. They do have 1 turret with the 2 gunners. And again, everything else we've seen in images. Maybe not as they are, like the Emperor weren't zapping Luke when we checked. Or in the shuttle. So many different scenes you could use with the minifigures elsewhere. Which is going to go down well for this. You could cram more than 38 minifigures in here. Shame there's no escalator for Palps to be passing the stormtroopers. Room to build one. But I think this is a really good UCS set. It has came and conquered. Maybe a few things that we would improve. Nitpick almost. But those 38 minifigures probably ain't one of them. Only have a few Star Wars sets. Literally got Jedi Bob's T4 Hallway. Oh, Tantive Boarding was a great set. That's a good one. The Ghost and the other Ahsoka sets, solid. Yeah. And then the TIE Interceptor versus Fang Fighter. Yeah, that is not bad as well. And I think one thing with that list there, and with any list that any of us can provide, one thing missing is this style of set. One thing missing is your battle pack. A lot of Clone Trooper battle packs are still available, and this is advertised to combine with 419, which is the Death Star, which I guess as a gift with purchase. This isn't going to be sold separately, is it? They normally have a price. This would have been a £31 set, so maybe that's some of these exclusive pieces here. Technic doesn't seem too exclusive, but I can see why that would definitely up the price. Would we be spending 30 quid on this? Probably not. This is a rightful gift with purchase. Any other offers that will be going on though? We got Back to Hogwarts at the minute, and we've already seen a few of these. The Star Wars, oh, yeah, the Star Wars ones aren't up there yet. 30% off the Droid Builder. We'll have to have a look at that before we wrap up the stream, but £30. No one's picking this up for a set. Maybe £25. Give us like a droid. Give us that Death Star droid. The one that was just next to Galen Erso. Give us that Death Star droid and maybe £30. Some people will be waiting for a £20 set. Hello there, Fernando. But this is a nice gift with purchase. 2 troopers and a TIE pilot. 236 pieces. I would love to see more of these as sets rather than gift with purchases. I think the way I expanded my minifigure collections, we'll come back to that. The way I expanded my minifigure collections, and the reason I have 31 of the 38 Death Star minifigures is because of Luke's land speeder, coming with Luke, R2, 3PO, Ben, a Tusken, a Jawa, not at the same time, but different versions of it. We've also got some battle packs, not even battle packs. Battle packs aside, we got Kenobi and a gunner in a small Death Star set. We've also got Han and that was Luke and Leia in a small Death Star playset. Han came in a microfighter, and we've got like Plo Koon's micro, and we've got the Night Trooper battle pack that we will be mocking out in a few days' time. But there's not a lot of small sets compared to how many big ones. As Star Wars is growing, I feel like they're making more expensive sets and making sets that are more expensive, rather than trying to balance the scales of, oh, we've come out with £1,000 Death Star. Well, and we might see this in the new year. I might just be getting too excited about this set and getting onto them too quickly, but most expensive UCS set, we now need a cheapest playset. And I think that £9 rumoured Mando speeder will fill that gap amazingly. That would be perfect, but yeah, we need a few more cheap sets. A lot of sets now are UCS sets. We've had 3 UCS sets this year. Slave 1 kicked it off in May. Then we got the ATST just in August. And now, a month later, they've announced another UCS set for a month time. I can't keep up. My wallet's not that big. Not yet. And who knows, before long, we might be getting 4 UCS sets. There's still maybe a June release between them. May, June, July, August, September, October, we could get like a March UCS set in there as well. If they drop a UCS set in March, it's not my fault. It's not. Give us the version from Rebels that was reprogrammed by the Ghost crew. Oh, that droid, yes. That poor droid. Just gone back on the stream. Early in the stream, one of the designers has the Death Star with the Falcon inside. All right, let's see if we can get this up. In the meantime, let's have a look at those sales. What were those sales about? Scoot back over here. The Creative Play Droid Builder, which I have built R2 and Chopper from this set. And I do recommend, if you like buildable creatures, if you like the buildable Lego sets, I do recommend this, because this is a Lego scale, isn't it? It's Lego Dimensions. not the game Lego Dimensions, despite it does say play in the title. It's Lego Dimensions of these guys, the Lego droids, with their giant legs and not to scale with anything else. So that was fun. You can add rockets to Chopper. You can add rockets to any of them, but there was also quite a few fun accessories like the Filoni hat. Yes, how did I forget about that? The lantern again, 30% off. What have I missed? 30% sales on lego.com. I guess a lot of the New Year sets are going to be replaced in the new year. Trying to get rid of those. Ooh, Moss Esper Pod Race Diorama, 30% off. This set, for those of you in America, I've seen, I can't remember if it's Target or if it was Walmart, but the Gascano Pod Racer. If I ever build this set, I want to build the Gascano pod with it. That was given away for a limited time as a gift with purchase in one of those stores. I can't remember which one though. And, oh, I've just seen the AT-RT. That looks good. I like the toes on it as well. It's a good piece to use for both of those. It reminds me of more of an Imperial one. Maybe it's because it's grey. The Imperial one does look like that. All right, what was I looking for? Early in the stream, one of the designers has the Death Star with the Falcon inside. That's what I was looking at. Let's see if I can find that. It needs a newer way of navigating. Thank you, Archer. So there is the Death Star, and if I zoom in, oh, this was the model of, you've highlighted it. That's easier than me zooming in. This was the model of the one that it was based off, and there is the MIDI scale Falcon inside, but the landing bay seems to be, that is the MIDI scale one, isn't it? It's got the MIDI scale cockpit at least. I wonder if it fits in the landing bay of the new one, because they did say that this set was smaller, but it's got to fit, right? It's got to fit in there. They can't show us that and it not fit. No, it has to fit. Whilst I'm here, let's have a little look. The car will look really good with some custom stickers. I urge anyone that hasn't to give a go at custom decals and stickers and the likes, because it does take, especially decals, especially if you can get your head around decals, it takes your sets from looking like a Lego build to looking like the actual model, which looks so good. I might have just gone, could I show my favorite 10 favorite minifigures, 5 customs and 5 officials? I could tell you I couldn't show you them all, but you can find these on the channel. I tried to stick to minifigures that I haven't that I have announced and that I have shown. My SM33 from Skeleton Crew, that's definitely one of my top 5 official Lego minifigures. I'd have to go with the new Ahsoka, either one from Ahsoka. I'm including 2 as one. Fennec's got a good minifigure design. Oh, actually, Queen Amidala has a good minifigure design. Big fan of the Endor outfits. We'll go with Endor Leia. And also, the Plo Koon that came in the Microfighter. They're the official ones. Unofficial, I'd go with my custom Plo Koon, my SM33, my Wat Tambor, that one I can show you. This guy, my custom Wat Tambor. Love how not easy, how simple it is just to add a pair of binoculars and a chest piece. Was that 3? My custom Wookiee I'm really fond of, and my crate Luke Skywalker, which I still think they need to make us a crate Luke and Leia. Oh, where does Rex rank? Number 6. We don't get the same sales over in the US. Oh yes, it's all location based, isn't it? This is only in the UK, so these must be the sets that aren't selling as well. Wonder why. Shame there's no minifigure in here. The nameplates were cool, and I've seen a few other people try to do the same with printing exclusive nameplates to popularized models. I just don't think it's gonna get people to spend like £70. This is definitely more of a gift with purchase, odd little quote for the collectors. Maybe a UCS, maybe instead of a, oh, they've got to include the plaques. They've been doing it for too long, but maybe they can add a quote alongside. That looks... don't know how I feel about that mech there. I'm just going to keep scrolling through here. Dreams, 20% off. 30% off Dreams. What? Hopefully that's not foreshadowing the end. For that price, just prefer the Starlight Pit. Actually not wrong. You get more pieces in the Starlight Pit as well. £70, same price. At least the Starlight Pit's a bit cheaper than $48.99. Not on Lego.com, but elsewhere it has been. Surprised some of the smaller sets. We haven't seen any newer ones of these. I quite like those. They seem to be gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if the heads are different. I'm going to count the heads as different pieces. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 maybe pieces for $24.99. As a Star Wars fan, that's not bad. That's quite a good deal. Oh, the Crimson Firehawk. I think I picked this up for... something crazy like £12 actually. That's not bad. Hello there, Rindo. Welcome to the stream. These big bricks, but they're not priced as well. Fennec Shand on sale again. Can't believe the one time I picked up Fennec Shand for May 4th is the couple of days that they took the sale away. I built this one as well. Really like that croissant mascot. That's a nice build. Again, surprised to see this on 30%. I feel like that's quite a big sale on Lego.com. Great price for that. Even though they did up the price initially, that's still a nice display. If you are struggling to get somewhere for all your minifigures to go, and as they always have been, the Harry Potter plushes are still on sale. They're not getting rid of them anytime soon. Same with the books. A lot of the books go on sale. So, could I have looked at the piece count above the price? Yes, I guess I could have. I should have. And I might next time, but I'll probably forget. Your thing with the new gift with purchase is you wouldn't buy Jabba's sail barge because you can't afford that, but the sail barge designed to go along with it oh yes, the skiff stands on its own 2 feet and you really like it. That's a good point. You wouldn't afford the Death Star, but this is a nice little piece of it that you could have got as a set. Again, £31. Maybe getting rid of this side build brings it down to at best 25. I'm not sure I can say that with confidence. £25. Yeah, compare this to the new battle pack that is what, £35? Let's get that up, because a lot of people have thrown a lot of negativity the way of the new battle pack, which I don't think it's all deserved. Maybe a little bit. It's pricey. I'm not going to say it's not pricey. I realise I've just gone low to high. We'll never find it. Definitely not low. But this battle pack here, we've got the ATRT, and maybe this is the size of the cockpit for the new gift with purchase, the new TIE Fighter gift with purchase. You know what? Actually, you ignore the minifigures. We have 4 minifigures in this set, 3 minifigures in this set. I don't think it's that far away. Wow, that's shocking. I actually think these are pretty decently priced in comparison to each other. The only thing I would say is if this was a set... Oh, didn't mean to drag you over there. If this was a set, we wouldn't have that. Maybe just under 30, maybe £28. Something like that. Same energy across, but you'd buy the old diorama for Luke v Vader, which is a scene in the new Death Star. Yes, I think the Death Star could have done with a, put your own diorama in there. People probably aren't going to be putting the pod race diorama in there. Some people probably will, but I don't think most people wouldn't. But that, and then I can forgive the Lambda. There probably was a Lambda in the first Death Star. There are a lot of important people aboard. Maybe Vader's ship, the new one coming out in January, that's been rumoured. That would be a nice one to go there. I'm just not convinced that the Lambda and the throne room were the best to put in the Death Star. It was now or never. I would have been alright with never. 38 minifigures. Always forget Lego does that. 38 minifigures, and if we're getting rid of the Emperor, the Ambassador, I think the shuttle pilots, I guess if we're removing the shuttle, we'll have to remove the shuttle pilots. So that's 4 extra minifigures. Who would you want to see in place of those 4 extra minifigures? I think all 4 of them would probably go to Imperial officers. I want all 12. There weren't 12. There were 9, including Vader, Tarkin. 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. We could have got the other 4 Imperials. That would have been cool. But then again, if they didn't give us the Lambda, they would have given us another ship with probably 2 pilots. But I like to dream. All 4 of the other officers that were there would have been a nice touch. We got the main ones, I think, the named ones. 4 more Trunk Troopers. Trunk Troopers is catchy. Hot Tub Troopers, Trunk Troopers. I like Trunk. We are now unofficially calling them Trunk Troopers. Yeah, the landing bay's fine, I think. The fact... Oh, wait, the Imperial Guards as well. So, get rid of the 2 Imperial Guards, the Emperor and the Ambassador for the Emperor, and Luke. That's 5. So that's 4 Imperials and another Trunk Trooper, because the Trunk Trooper needs a Trunk Trooper friend. Didn't get to see, though, where the Trunk Trooper was. I don't think there's... Unless we get lucky here, I don't think we're going to see any sort of look. More stickers, though. All right, I can't find that. But if you have a little look, there are more stickers. This is the back side of... This is the back side. Wait, shows proper trooper height. They don't have it on the plate. They need to have it on the plate so that it's up against the red line. But that's nuts. They have the proper trooper height. That is a cool sticker. Maybe I have to watch through this again. Can't believe we missed out on so much. I didn't realize there'd be a reveal in the back. The back is black rather than grey. Where was the stickers? There's a little sneak peek at the instructions as you put an entire section of it on. I like the fact that you're building it with bricks and then turning them into their own sort of specialized diorama bricks. You're building the whole thing in. Whole thing. There's the Imperial Wanted posters that aren't shown as well. If you do want to check this out, check out the full video. Will likely be on the Lego YouTube page. And there we go. The Death Star has been announced. So I won't be picking this up. I might be building it. Let me know if you'd be interested in the build, or would you be interested in me taking the dioramas and building a bigger one? Maybe next time we get a Death Star. We've got most of these in sets already. We've got... Oh, 360 would show us the back. We do have... Oh, I always forget about that. The throne room. What are we missing? The conference room. The conference room, the landing bays and open space. I won't include that. Maybe the bit by the gun that sticks out. They've done that quite well. And then the lift. If we could build a modular chunk of lift, we could add a ton of playsets into that. And there is the back. Nothing too good looking, nothing too bad looking. And, hold on, is that a mini kit? Is that a mini kit down there? That's a mini kit. Oh, that's pretty cool. And also a little micro scene next to it. Yeah, that is a little Lego mini kit that they've added onto the Death Star, which again is another reference to the games alongside the Trunk Trooper. Thank you. That's cool. Probably a lot of other hidden things, like we saw the wanted posters, and also there's something, I think that's just the back of the display up there. We get the glass behind. Not bad, not bad. Should have covered the back so you had the option to display it closed. I think that I like the idea of that, so that you could just display as a cheese wheel, but I think people that want to do that will probably be ordering parts for it. I see most people will be displaying this up against the wall, adding hooks to the back of this, and it is Lego, it's a little heavy, but nothing that a few screws couldn't hold in a wall. Having some hooks so that you could hang this on a wall is a missed opportunity. Oh, that's the display. I thought that was a little ramp outside. I was wondering what you'd get onto the onto the Death Star there. Yeah, even from the side, if this was hooked on a wall, maybe there's a few sticky out bits that would stop you being able to do so. But for the most part, it seems flat, easy to modify, if not. And that's R2-D2 in the bottom corner. Do we have... We do have back printing on R2. Check that out. Back printing on R2 and a mouse droid. They didn't include the mouse droid. Maybe a little bit of reactor as well. A lot of hidden things on the back of the Death Star. I'm sure some of you will be picking it up. Nice to see that we got R2-D2 with back printing. Shame about the other droid likely not coming with back printing though. Hot Tub Trooper, the Trunk Trooper, and the other droid up top. Yeah, I think this is nice. £900. It's definitely worth that from a Lego Star Wars standpoint, but I at best will be parting this out and try to build the Death Star over many months. Maybe, just maybe, this is my Christmas project. Maybe I tried to build the Death Star over Christmas. When am I going to do the next bit of Avengers stuff? So I'm working on the other modifications that we said about in stream, Stormbreaker and the shield and a few other bits that I jotted down and can remember. And then I'm going to do a video on it and see where it goes from there. I'd love to build the bridge scene from the first Avengers, but maybe for the next Avengers movie, because that's like a year away already. We've got Avengers next year. We have another Superman movie next year. Haven't even seen the first one yet. I might build a nice Avengers mock for that. Probably have to update the weapons for it. But yes, that will continue at some point in the far off future. This is one of the few sets I'd have been accepting of including some Craggle. No, not the Craggle. A lot of people are probably going to be gluing this. Just bath it in glue at that point. Make sure that all the cracks have been filled. Nothing's ever coming apart. I know for sure when I build this, I'll definitely be pulling it apart. So there must be I'm pointing on the screen. You can't see it. Let me use my mouse. There must be a removable wall here for the cannon. And I think that is all for the UCS Death Star. I'm excited to see what sets we're getting next year. Just for those of you that aren't keeping up with the latest rumors, I'm not. Honestly, there might be a few surprises here amongst all the screenshots of the new Death Star. Maybe this is going to be a bit harder to find than I thought, but yes, definitely not the easiest. The concept model would be a great one to build. Maybe we can try building the concept model instead. And something that I haven't really spoken about is those... Oh, I've just found an image of the hot tub. All right, let me get this up. Something that I haven't really spoken about is the inside of the Death Star, those light elements being stickers. Lego need to print some light elements so that we can keep getting them in other Star Wars sets. These elements here, just on the side, it's a 2x3, 2x4. It seems to be a 2x3 element. They need to be printing those. A bit of white light, maybe even making light bricks out of them. That would be really cool. Anyway, here we go. Here's the hot tub. There's the hot tub with the Trunk Trooper, a little radio, and this is hidden off to one of the top ends. I think it's top left. Someone said that in chat. Top left of the Death Star. Crazy with DC Superman 1, 2025, Supergirl 2026, then Superman 2, and originally we had Batman as well, somewhere in that mix, but that has been pushed back to, I think, 27, so... Yes, can't wait to see what's next for DC. Some really good movies, hopefully some really good sets, because this year wasn't half bad for DC. Can't wait to see what else I'm going to be roped into picking up. Nice little steps for this as well. The way they've separated them. What's that? A plate and a half, and then I want to say that's 2 plates and a half. Yeah, I think that's right. Death Star is the set that keeps on setting. Would have loved the 2x3 tiles. Don't think we'll be getting them anytime soon from Lego. Maybe that's something that someone that makes custom bricks will have to look into. Maybe I will. Maybe it would be quite nice to have some tiles, some lights on top. I'm gonna have to start thinking about that now. Get those ready for the release in a month. Like the X mentioned, we got the Professor X gift with purchase. The Krusty Burger had the Simpsons couch. We should have got an independent hot tub gift with purchase. I like the fact that it was part of the set, because if you want this set and you're saving up all year round and you're picking it up next year, maybe even in the Black Friday sales next year, you could still get the hot tub and the trunk trooper. But yeah, I do feel like there were a few things that were not missing from this, but a few things that I would have done differently. I think that's all it comes down to. It's a great set, some really good parts as well. Would my ideas have been any better? I can't exactly say for sure. As well as the hot tub in the set, do the gift for purchase as well with more trunk troopers. Someone out there would be building an army of trunk troopers right now, getting their pre-orders in. I don't think you get gift with purchase with pre-orders, and I don't know if the Death Star is up for pre-order. So someone would be stockpiling. Where's that list of sets for next year? I've taken a screenshot of it, but the problem with the screenshots is they get lost in so many other screenshots that I take. Here we go. Here we go. What's this update? Oh no, this one's March. This is the January stuff. We've got the X-Wing, the TIE Advanced, both with the smart bricks being pretty pricey sets for January. Working on a custom Tales of the Jedi Dooku. Oh, nice. I'm going to have to see what torso. I've knocked so many minifigures down this stream. I really need like a little way to catch them all. As long as none of them are in my drink, that's okay. Sassy Tin. I used Sassy Tin's torso for Tales Dooku, the Wolverine hairpiece, and the old angry clone, not the angry clone face, you know, the straight face one, that sort of thing. I think it turned out pretty nice. My custom Tales Dooku. I was going to do custom set or CMF for the last series of Tales. I have to whack that in with the next one. Going to stand outside the Lego shop day one and offer anyone who buys the Death Star to buy their trunk trooper. Just collect them all. Yeah, collect them up like Pokemon. You just got to throw a Ziploc bag at their box and hope that the trunk trooper phases out into the bag. The other January sets we're waiting for are the Mando Speeder. Only $10, which if $1,000 is £900, $10 has got to be £9. If it's not £9, Lego pricing is flawed. We already know that, but you know, it's got to be £9. Bring back the £9 sets. Cobb Vamp Speeder, the 8080. We've also got, that's a MIDI scale set, MIDI scale Venator as well. We've got BB-8. I wonder if the 8080 is a MIDI scale set, or if that rumor could potentially just be a recolor of the Christmas one. Probably MIDI scale. Grogu, the Shock Trooper mech, which we officially have an image of the Shock Trooper in one of the latest Star Wars magazines. Check out the recent special release day video, because it's the first time the Shock Trooper's been made for a while, because Lego called them Coruscant Guards, which, you know, worked for the set. I guess Shock Trooper's just another way. The Siege of Mandalore Battle Pack, which I cannot wait to pick up, and a buildable BB-8. So that's on top of the X-Wing, on top of the TIE Advanced, and we'll be taking a look at those when we've got images on lego.com. Nothing announced today, which is a little shame. What's my favorite clone trooper? The 332nd, Ahsoka's clone trooper. I like the blue and the orange. Gonna use Plo's torso and legs, plus a Mando cape, a buzz fade from the XL15, and a Doctor Strange hair without the grey on the sides. Oh, that hairpiece is a great choice for a young Dooku. I might have to revisit my figure and see if I can do any upgrades, but yes, I'm afraid that is the end of the stream. We have come to the end. Thank you so much for checking out this special stream, the UCS Ultimate Collector Series Death Star. We still want to say playset after that. Still going to call it a playset. Again, don't think I'll be picking that up. The 8080, on the other hand, we didn't take too much of a look at, but I might be picking that up. So we'll take a look at that in person. when that set comes out. And the next stream will be, I will try to schedule this today. The next stream will be on, let me have a little look. The next stream will be on Saturday, and we will be creating a custom build using both of the Night Trooper battle packs. Stay tuned for that. Till then, may the bricks be with you always.